Now, before using the Samsung Galaxy S10, OnePlus 6T was my daily driver. But when the S10 came in, I was kind of infatuated with the device because of this prism-like color-changing glass back, the huge dynamic display, and the S10 Plus 4100 mAh battery, which is not to mention insanely good. But after using the device for a long time, and by the way, I've been a stock Android user all my life, I think OnePlus 6T would still be my first choice and not the Samsung Galaxy S10. And that's what the video is all about. Hey guys, what's up? I'm CJ from First Bytes, and today I'll tell you 9 reasons why I prefer the OnePlus 6T over the Samsung Galaxy S10. So let's find out. But before we start, we are planning to have a giveaway. More details on that by the end of this video. So make sure you watch it till the end. Now coming back, the Galaxy S10 and the OnePlus 6T fall on a completely different price segment. But the point is, with increasing price, there is also the responsibility of keeping everything top-notch, and Samsung kind of needs to work on that bit. To put it in perspective, let's start with the reason number 1, that is the S10's ultrasonic in-display fingerprint sensor. Now since I've got hold of this device, the in-display has been acting faulty. Though we are seeing newer updates and improving the recognizing speed, it's still not as good as in the OnePlus 6T. Even though it's an optical fingerprint sensor, and yeah, I know it brightens up at night, but still, if I have to put it like head to head, OnePlus 6T has the upper edge over the Samsung Galaxy S10. Now, it's a fact that the Galaxy S10 Plus has an aesthetic design, especially this prism white variant. But there's one place where Samsung miscalculated, which is the power button placement. You might have heard about this, but if you don't know, the power button is placed too high on the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. And like, I have comparatively huge hands, and if you notice, it's even getting difficult for me to reach the power button. Of course, the issue is not present on the OnePlus 6T, and as you can see, I can easily reach the power button on this device. But it's not just the power button. Like I mentioned this earlier in my Galaxy S10 review as well, with the insecure face unlock, sometimes working, not so working in display, the entire unlocking system on the Galaxy S10 is not efficient. Let's now jump to the OS part. Samsung's user interface has always been in question, but with One UI, things have changed dramatically. Like, the UI has become more smooth, fast, and less to complain about. But personally, stock Android is what I would eventually prefer on a phone, and the Oxygen OS on the OnePlus 6T comes quite close to that. It's quite smooth, clean, and just plain and simple, and that's how I like it. Plus, I'm quite used to the OnePlus gestures, and the One UI doesn't have the same feel. And on the contrary, Samsung still needs to work on the bloatware part, so there's that. Now that we are talking about the OS, let's not forget that the One UI and the Oxygen OS both are based on Android 9 Pie. But the thing is, the OnePlus has always been quick with delivering Android updates, whereas the Samsung, not so much. Plus, Google has recently announced the Android 10 beta updates, and looking at the Samsung's dark history when it comes to updates, probably it will again be a mess. In terms of customization, both the phones have their own ways to tweak the Android skin. And while you can choose from a lot of themes in the Samsung Galaxy S10, however, there is no option of changing the icon size. For some, it might be not that big of a deal, but it is pretty important for me, because when you're dealing with such a humongous screen, people would want to have a small icon size to make it more eye-catching. The OnePlus 6T, on the other hand, has the option right in the home screen settings. Another thing with the OnePlus 6T is the super fast dash charging. Thanks to its 20-watt traditional charger, the OnePlus devices are one of the best when it comes to fast charging the device. And though the Galaxy S10 Plus has a larger battery, it has the same 15-watt charger which we are seeing since the Galaxy S5 versions. So the fast charging in the Galaxy S10 Plus is pretty much the same. So 30 minutes down the line, the Galaxy S10 Plus jumped to about only 45%, whereas the OnePlus 6T jumped to about 60%. Another reason why I prefer the OnePlus 6T is because of that uninterrupted display. Now I know that the Galaxy S10 has a brilliant display. It has small bezels, curved edges, and I know it just looks wonderful. However, I personally prefer the OnePlus 6T only because of the drop notch. The S10 Plus has a punch hole style which in theory should make it less intrusive. However, I don't think that happens. That is because now that is a separate black cutout which is like an island in the middle of nowhere. Whereas on the OnePlus 60, the cutout is still attached to the edge. Of course, there is the option of hiding the notch if that's what you want. Next is a problem which I did not face myself, which is the cell reception of the Samsung Galaxy S10. So there's a bunch of folks on the internet saying that they are facing some kind of reception issues on their device. According to some S10 buyers, it's most prominent on the T-Mobile devices in the US, and apparently holding the phone from the above makes the reception even worse. Again, I did not face any such issue, but if there is, then I think we have one more reason to use the OnePlus 60 over the Samsung Galaxy S10. Last reason is quite subjective if I'll be honest. So both the phones, the OnePlus 60 and the Samsung Galaxy S10, have extra buttons on their sides. The Galaxy S10 variants have the Bixby button, which can finally be remapped to adding a shortcut or opening an app. The OnePlus 60 has the usual slider for putting the device to silent mode. Now, like I told you at the start, the OnePlus 60 was my daily driver for a long time, so I've gotten used to the slider. But now the Bixby button can also be tweaked, so I leave this one up to you. Which one do you prefer? The Bixby button on the Samsung Galaxy S10 or the slider on the OnePlus 60? So these were some of the reasons why I still like the OnePlus 60. Now the big announcement. So we are planning to have a giveaway of one of our review units. Also, we will share the details about that giveaway in our next video. So stay tuned to our channel and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and the bell icon so that you can keep following the giveaway part and the cool tech videos from us. So it's kind of a win-win situation. Okay folks, see you later.